Hello, hello. Most people call me Daddy-O, and I do some faceless channels, and I do a face channel. This is my face channel. Welcome aboard. Like as always, if you would, leave me a comment down below. If you have a channel, say yes. If you do not have a channel, say no. If you're thinking about it, say maybe. I'm getting a lot of maybes here lately. So the maybe guys, the hardest thing is getting started. I've expressed that in my videos. The hardest thing to get someone to get motivated to do a channel is just getting them to get started. And I've tried to express my opinions on the ease of doing YouTube and how easy, I'm watching a vehicle there I didn't want to hit, how easy it is to do your channel, and the hardest part is getting started. So, and I've told you, just treat it as a hobby as you start, something fun to do, get your first few videos up, get comfortable with being in front of the camera. And that's where I'm going to today with most of you guys is some people that if you're going to do the face stuff, it's hard to get comfortable in front of the camera. So I have a recommendation. Grab your phone, turn it sideways, click on 180 and set it in front of you at a desk or wherever you may be sitting, a coffee table or your dining room table. Just turn it towards you and just start talking. And I'm not telling you, this is not going to be a video for YouTube. This is just to get comfortable with being in front of a camera and talking. People can turn their cameras on, but it's the talking part sometimes people are having a hard time getting going with, getting comfortable with that. And if you go back and look at my first videos, when I put my mug on the camera, if you go look back at my first videos, I was not comfortable at all. I mean, I just, all right, let's do this. And I went and did it. That was my introduction to YouTube through a face. And it was a little uncomfortable, and I can completely understand how someone would be that way. But over time, I have gotten more comfortable with being in front of the camera or just talking to the camera or just running my mouth, which I do quite well anyway. I've gotten comfortable with being in front of the camera and doing that. And that's what it takes. Just turn your camera on, sit down somewhere, and just go ahead today. If you're thinking about doing a channel, a face channel, just turn it on. I mean, at the end, when you get done, you can delete. No one's going to see the video but you, unless you want to show it to your husband or your wife or your kids or have some fun with it. Just do a video. I mean, just get comfortable with putting you or your dog or your whatever you decided to do. If you're going to do that gardening channel, grab your phone, turn it sideways, go out there and just walk through the garden and talk. Just do an experiment. All right? See if you can't do a couple of those and get comfortable, if that's the problem that you're having with getting started. All right. If you're having a hard time getting started just because of other reasons, like the technical reasons, and I've expressed my opinions on that in multiple videos here. You can go and look. Look at my video about the equipment you need. I've explained you don't need no equipment. I use a little cheap wireless phone or wireless setup right there off of Amazon. 2 microphones and a little hookup you hook up to your tablet or to your phone. It is Bluetooth, and it keeps my sound quality a little bit better. I run that through after I'm done with it. I'll run it through a YouTube and clean up the sound. This is not hard, so get motivated, get started. All right, that's for you guys. Now, for you guys that already have a channel, and I've been getting some comments where guys, some of you have tried vidIQ, and you're having issues. I addressed that, I think, in my last video. Then all of a sudden I got the comments, so I'm gonna address it again. When you're doing your titles on with vidIQ, and you've linked your channel and all that kind of stuff, you guys are talking to me about this, you already know. When you've linked your channel and everything, you can go and do your titles for your videos, which is so important. That's what tells the algorithm what your video is. That's what feeds the algorithm to the right people, your videos to the right people through the algorithm. When you go and do your titles, the first couple the first 10, the first 15, the first 20. I sat there last night. I had a video, the video that's going to be released today at 3 o'clock because I didn't get it released last night by midnight. That video there, I had a hell of a time. I had the hardest time getting the title to match up with what I was trying to express. But I kept at it. It wouldn't give me, it would try, like you said, it'll try to give you some stuff, some suggestions. Those are popular suggestions that it's given you. You could put it in there and the algorithm will feed it to the right people. Now, they might think it might be a little clickbait going on there because it doesn't, I didn't give 5 things in that video that didn't happen. So I keep plucking away at it. And if I don't get the right thing I want, I'll go and take out what it's got up there in the top, type in what I think it should be about, and then hit regenerate. This time when it regenerates, it's going to give you titles that are similar to what you put in up there. You have to learn to play the game. And yes, it's going to give you popular titles and titles that will work and will get your videos to the right people. But it might not be what the video is about. So just keep hitting regenerate until you get what you want, or type in what you want and then hit regenerate. And it'll give you a good title on the idea of what you wanted it to say. All right, a little trick there, okay? It took me quite a few videos before I learned that. But once I learned that, world of difference. So that's going to help you guys that are trying to get those title rights. And I'm going to tell you, that in the thumbnail is, I've said it in a lot of videos. I told myself I wasn't going to talk that much about it, but that's the key. You got to have that title. You got to have that thumbnail. Don't try to do your own title. If you do, put in your own title and then let it rate your title, because the scoring system that it gives for titles is so strong. I mean, it's going to tell you if that title that you've typed in there is going to work or not. And if you decide to go with that title, expect you get what you get. All right. I learned that in the beginning because I was just going with the titles that I thought were the right ones, and it didn't pay off in the beginning. Once I learned that you got to have that title for that algorithm to feed your content, your videos to the people that are looking for that type of content, that was the kicker for me. And then once I started messing with the vidIQ, doing my thumbnails, I get a score for my thumbnails. I sat there with that same video last night. I couldn't get a thumbnail that I was trying to do to rank over, I think it was in the 60s for the score. And it's a 0 to 100, scoring system. I couldn't get it to score over, it was somewhere 63, I think, 64 might have been. It just wouldn't work. But I kept plucking away at it. Figured, okay, enough of that. I had things to do early this morning. I come out and I did that. And then once I got done with that, I went and sat down somewhere and went at it again till I got me a thumbnail. And my thumbnail right now for that video before this one, I think it's only rating a 86, 87. But I took it because it's what I wanted it to say. It's exactly what I wanted. And it's similar to other thumbnails that I've used before that got me the clicks. The thumbnail is what gets you the clicks. The title is a secondary part. It feeds the algorithm. Thumbnail is what gets you the clicks. And if you're having problems doing that, just keep at it. Be satisfied. That's the most important part. It's not so much your video. You want a good video, but you want that title and that thumbnail. If it's not right, don't publish that thing until you got a high score. You get a decent score on both of those. And once you do, and it gives you your overall score down there, you get 3 scores. You get a score for your thumbnail, you get a score for your title, and then it gives you an overall score. And once you get that, my overall scores are always in the 90s. Or I don't release. I don't publish the video. I work at it until I can get that score there, and that's when I publish it. And sometimes I can put it in first try. There it is. It worked. That's exactly what I wanted. I've had videos that I've done that with. The thumbnail was, bam, right off the get-go, 96, 97 score. Bam, right off the bat. The thumbnail was at 92, 96 score. Man, once I get it to that point, man, I ain't changing nothing. I'm leaving it alone. That's the working area I want my stuff to be working in. So once I'm happy, let it go, let it roll. And then there are some videos where I'll do a second thumbnail and I'll put it into the test system. I don't do the 3. There are a few that I do the 2 thumbnail tests with. And if you don't know about that, YouTube will allow you to do up to 3 thumbnails and run a test. And it will put your video out with different thumbnails and see which one gets the most click. And it'll give you a score at the end. It'll tell you which one's the winner. And that's usually the one you want to go with because it worked. So, guys, don't make it more complicated. It's not that complicated. And like I've said before, once you've done 10, once you've done 15, once you've done 20, come on. I'm in 60s, so coming up on 70 videos so far. So it's fun. It's easy. If you're new, I've told you what to do. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment. I will. If you look at my I answer, I think, everything. I think if I see something come in, and sometimes I'll see it come in and I can't get right to it right away, I'll either answer it on my phone, my tablet, or my laptop when I pull it up. One way or the other, when I get around to it, I will answer a comment, and I'll reply, and I'm gonna be honest. I'll tell you what I think. And again, I'm not making no money off of you. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to be informative, and that's what I'm being today. Right now, I'm going to sit and take a break and get out of this vehicle and stretch. I've been going since early this morning. I'm trying to find a shady spot. The sun is rising in the horizon, and shade that I used to have, I don't have no more. I have to look for shade. I'm like a turtle. Try to climb up in the shade somewhere. Yeah, that's just enough. It's right across the front of my dash. So I got about maybe 30 minutes of shade here, and then this is going to be gone. Then I'll have to look for something else. Or anyway, guys, have a good one. Leave your comments. This is a test channel, and we are testing all kind of crap out on here. All right, have a good one. Don't work too hard. I got faith in you. I know you won't. So bye. Daddy-o out.